Welcome back to Less Lethal Contingencies. Alan here. So today we're going to be testing the IntruBuster Generation 2 with the Pistelle X-68 bolt and valve assembly, or the X-68 internals. Okay. The bolt and valve's already been installed, swapped out, and this is, I think, the third time maybe that I've been running this. Right, we tested it first on CO2, 12 gram in the handle, with the Terminator carbine setup, 12-inch barrel with the Reaper. However, a viewer of mine wanted to know if the IntruBuster Gen 2 was completely stock, meaning stock barrel, the 689 barrel, 12 gram, no rear ASA, just the regular back cap, but with the X-68 bolt and valve assembly, or X-68 internals, what we'd be getting for feet per second. So I hadn't tested it like that yet, so here I am today. We're going to test it that way. My last video was a deconstruction of my carbine build. Basically, I just disassembled it, and also at that time I also explained basically how I assembled it. So kind of a deconstruction, if you would, is what I did with it. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Now, with the stock IntruBuster Gen 2, before I had a barrel, before I had a rear ASA, anything, I was shooting it using Alien Play, the 7.3 gram 682 Alien Play solid aluminum rounds. I saw my best numbers for the stock IntruBuster Gen 2 using the Alien Play. So the first 6 rounds I'm going to put through the gun with the upgraded bolt, and I'm calling it an upgrade, but I guess we'll see if it is or not. Reliability wise, I think it is an upgrade for me when I use the tuning ASAs especially. So we'll see what we get using the Alien Play, and then I'll run, after I do that, I'll replace the CO2 cartridge, and I'll load up another magazine of the new AR Tactical hammer rounds, the blue ones, which are the 5 gram hammer rounds, and we'll see what they do. These things were flying like crazy for me the other day when I was shooting these out of the carbine build. So we'll see what they get, out of the stock barrel, 12 gram CO2, and yeah, we'll see what those are too. So we'll be testing 2 ammunition with this configuration today. The Alien Play that I'm using is the gray ones, okay? These are really nice and smooth, 7.3 gram. I got 6 of these loaded up in a magazine. Let's air it up. Let's gas it up on 12 gram. And I had been having some issues with the puncture cap leaking, the internals. I had oiled it, so I'm hoping I don't have any further problems here today with it. So let's gas it up, and then we'll start shooting. Let's get this thing motion sensor going here. Here we go. That was a good sound. Really nice puncture, nice bolt activation as well. Kind of sounded like a little slurpee action. Everything's good. That degasser's not leaking on the puncture, so yeah, everything looks pretty good. So I'm going to put her down before I load it, and I'm going to put my ears in, and we'll shoot some Alien Play, solid aluminum. We'll see what we get with this IntruBuster Gen 2 with Pistelle X-68 internals. For this test, we'll be using our X radar. This way I don't risk of shooting my new cronny. So we'll be using that. All right, 6 rounds of the 7.3 gram solid aluminum Alien Play. 12 gram in the handle, factory barrel, X-68 internals. Okay, mag 1, shot 1. 380 feet per second. Went flying right back at me. Shot 2. 378 feet per second. Shot number 3. 366 feet per second. Shot number 4. 360 feet per second. Shot number 5. 352 feet per second. And the last one, shot number 6. 340 feet per second. Those numbers look pretty good, I gotta say. All right, probably have some gas left in this. Let me throw a couple more alien play in the magazine and see what we're gonna get out of the rest of this 12 gram. I got a couple by my feet here. There's 1. There's 2. One, 2. And we got any more flying around? Get some more in the drawer. 3, 4. We'll do 4 more in here. I don't know if I'll get... Actually, you know what? Let's just do a full mag and see what we get. 4, 5, 6. All right, so 6 more alien play. We'll see what we get out of this 12 gram. All right, another magazine. 7.3 gram alien play. This is mag 2, shot 1. 350 feet per second. Mag 2, shot 2. 310 feet per second. I can feel it dipping off now. Mag 2, shot 3. 268 feet per second. Shot 4. Oop, that's it. All right, so that's it. So what did we get? 3 more shots, I think it was. Let's see, we got 1 there. I think 2 more sitting in here. Yeah. All right, so we got a total of 6 and 3s, 9. We got a total of 9 shots shooting the 7.3 gram aluminum alien play ammunition. That is what we got. All right. And I'm gonna let this warm up. We're gonna degas what's left, and we'll put a fresh CO2 that I have in my pocket warming up. Yeah, barely anything left in there. All right. And what we'll do is we'll run a magazine of the 5 gram blue colored AR Tactical, the new stuff, what AR's calling the hammer rounds. So it's going to be hammer time, okay? Hammer time. All right. So we're going to load those up, and we're going to have a little bit of hammer time. Is what we're going to do. Oop, what we're going to do. But yeah, I think, I mean, I'll update the video with the numbers, you know, the joules, but I'm thinking, I don't know, that first shot, what was it, like 380 feet per second? I want to say that's higher than what I was getting from the all factory on this. I have data in the office written down from my video from a few months ago when I first got the gun, but decent puncture. I mean, I've seen better, but I can't complain. That's probably a better puncture than I have seen on these. So I think my quick puncture seems to be working good. It was leak free. So we're gonna let that warm up a little bit while I load up the hammer rounds and see if I can do that little finger trick. I don't know. Use my finger to warm it up a little bit, I guess. It's not really that cold in there. It's super oily though. Super oily. Yeah, well, while I'm waiting for that to warm up a little bit, bear with me, guys. I'm gonna go clean the aluminum rounds out of my target trap. This way I don't have something in there that these hammer rounds might come in contact with and potentially split their casings. So it's good to keep your target trap clean as possible. Reset that. Always a good idea. If you keep it all full of old ammunition, or where you collect your ammunition, then what can happen is not obviously not with the aluminum rounds, they're not going to hurt each other so much, but or the steel, you know, stainless steel. But when you have any of those other jewels and things like that, sometimes they'll ping around in here and they'll hit each other and break. I have busted now probably only under high power, 80 joules or higher. I've broken now, I want to say 4 of my 10 gram AR Tactical jewels. I just broke one the last time. And these are the iron infused ones, and they'll break like that pretty clean, you know. But they, for the most part, they're only breaking when they come in contact with each other inside the target trap, you know, and under the higher joules. They're not breaking off of the material. I also had the other day, I still can't find the rest of it. I can't find the steel ball that was supposed to be in it, but I had one of these 10 gram hammer rounds. I found it broken inside the box, but inside my target trap, I should say. But this was all that was left, was one piece. I have not found the other piece, and I have not found the steel ball. I think it happened the day that I just nicked my cranny. And I think I shot left. I don't know, because I found this piece in there, but I have not been able to find the rest of it. So I don't even know where the heck it went. But anyways, that broke. Of course, I shared with you guys before how the 11 gram Sumo rounds, Sumo XLs from Less Lethal Ballistics, again, I had one of those come in contact with each other inside the target trap, and it broke it, which I don't really mind so much on this one, especially because I wanted to know what was in there. Turns out there's lead in these, because I knew it was something that wasn't magnetic. So that's where they're getting their weight on these Sumo rounds. Yeah, so I haven't broken any of the glass ones yet. I only have 6 so far, and they're holding up pretty well. I think I got some more coming in the mail, thanks to one of my viewers, one of my top fans, Barry. Thank you. I hear they're heading to me, and I hear that they may actually be, these were 680s, they may actually be a 684. So if they are, and they're all in 684, that's going to be really, really fun to test with, because it'll be a bore match to the barrels I'm running. So we'll see when those come in, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think I talked long enough to keep this, to let this warm up a little bit. So I'm going to take the CO2 that I have in my pocket here, an Ulmerich CO2. I'm going to drop her right in there, and I'm going to give a little shot of silicone in there just to keep things nice and happy. And oh, I didn't load. I'm going to load 6 of these blue 5 gram hammer rounds. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's nice, you can't miss them, right? Nice bright blue. And then the 10 gram hammer rounds, nice bright red color. I mean, it's great. There's no mixing them up, you know, having them similar colors. Now you know the weights. Both of them are 684 for the size. However, when I measured them, they both were coming in more like 683. Again, makes sense because they slip right through the 684 paintball gauge. So again, with these new hammer rounds, you know, I I mean, still always run them through your barrel to make sure, but I would think even a 6.84 barrel shouldn't have an issue with these. Definitely 6.85, 6.86. They're going to be bore matched, and you shouldn't have a problem. So let's go ahead and put a quick piercer back on here. And what we'll do is we'll gas it up. Again, hopefully we don't have any leaks. And if everything goes well, we'll shoot these 5-gram hammer rounds. All right, as a bonus footage, if you would. All right, here we go. All right. Everything sounds fine and dandy, fine and dandy. All right, so we're gonna load up 6 of the 5-gram, the blue hammer rounds. And let me get my ears back on. That's one thing I haven't really been able to tell. I should shoot it without my ear protection at least once at some point, because I wanted to see if it's any quieter using the Pistelle bolt and valve, because it does have that bolt O-ring at the tip of the bolt on these. I want to say even with the air protection on, it almost sounds a little quieter, but I don't know. Could be in my head too, who knows. All right, so we're gonna do a magazine. We're gonna run a magazine of the blue hammer rounds. These are the 5-gram hammer rounds. They were weighing in around 5.6 to 5.8 grams. So we'll shoot these now and see what we get for feet per second, okay? Again, with the X-68 internals. The rest of the gun's all stock barrel, 6.89, and 12-gram in the handle. All right, here we go. 5-gram hammer rounds. Shot 1. 444 feet per second. Those were flying. 444 feet per second. And I don't think it's any quieter because I just noticed this ear plug is not fully in there and it sounded pretty darn loud. All right, that was shot 1. Shot 2. 440 feet per second. Shot number 3. 424 feet per second. Shot number 4. 412 feet per second. Shot number 5. 394 feet per second. And the last one, shot number 6. 370 feet per second. All right. I still have some gas in the gun, but I think I'm just gonna stop it there because this video's gone long enough. We're just under 20 minutes. I want to keep it that way. Keep it short and sweet. So, yeah, those were whizzing. Those 5 grams, as to be expected. You know, higher feet per second, later ammo. Those were whizzing. Everything looks good there. Everything ran perfectly, no problems whatsoever from the 12-gram with the Pistelle X-68 internals. I feel like maybe I might actually get a little bit of a performance increase running the X-68 internals in here, but we'll see what the math comes out with to see for sure. Let's go ahead and degas and check our puncture. And then I'm going to grab those 5-gram hammer rounds out of the target trap. And I just want to check them over really quick and see what condition they're in before I kill this video. This way you guys will have an idea as well how they're holding up. But first, let's check our puncture. All right, another nice puncture, no problems. Maybe my luck's changing with this. Maybe I'm getting some better luck here. I could use it. I could use it. Some of you guys know that follow me all the time. Sometimes I've had some crazy luck between the auto fires and other various things going on. So All right, let's put this back on before I forget to do that. Put these covers back on my optic. And today I'm using the same CV Life dot optic that I've been running. So so far it's been pretty reliable for like a $70 optic. You know, nothing super expensive. It's been holding up pretty nice. And let's go get those hammer rounds and see what they look like. One on the floor. I had a couple slinging around. That's 3, 4. Let's see. I got 2 more somewhere else here. Got any about there? There's 5. And where's my 6th one? 2, 4, 5. I know I had another one flying back at me. See if I can figure out where it went. Yeah. Well, to chase that one down. All right, well, we got 5 out of the 6. I'll have to chase that down another time. I'll spare you guys all the circus act over here. All right, so 5 out of 6. This one here, other than some debris from inside my target trap, looks good. No problems with it. It gets this light, what I was calling in previous videos, like for lack of a better term, I like to call it like a road rash. You know, you get this from hitting that material, that archery backing material so hard. It kind of leaves a little imprint, kind of. You probably won't show up on the video, but that's in good condition. If I had to guess, we're probably shooting at 50 joules that first shot. But we'll see. By the time you guys see this video, I'll have the joules updated. Yeah, this one looks good too. No problems with that one. Same thing. Everything looks good. This one here has a little tiny nick in it, in the plastic. Probably ain't gonna come up in the video, but it's like a little bit of a nick, like it hit something in the target trap. Maybe a sharp edge or something I might have in there. But it looks totally fine to reuse. And this one, yeah, same thing with this one. Looks good. So far, so good. Even when I was shooting with higher power with those, what was it, 2 videos ago, or maybe it was the last video when I had the carbine with the 12-inch barrel and the Reaper, the 700 PSI. Was I using those? Yeah, I think I was using the 5 grams. Yeah, because yeah, they were flying at about 700 feet per second. They all held up good too, and they were hitting that material at about 112 to 114 joules of energy. So they were smacking into that material pretty darn hard, and they all held up. But again, keeping your target traps clean good way to make your ammunition last a little longer as well. Anyway, so I think today was a successful test. Yet another test. This is the 3rd time that we have fired, and when I say we, I mean me. 3rd time that I have fired the Mercury Rise IntruBuster Gen 2 with the Pistelle X-68 internals. And it's working fantastic. I've tore it down twice so far now after using it, and I haven't seen any funny wear or anything like that. I'll check the barrel again, where the barrel comes into the breech, and check it for any funny wear, but I'm not seeing any signs that there's any kind of clearances problems, you know, anything like that. Of course, between the 2 bolts, they're almost identical, other than that, really other than that bolt tip O-ring that we have on the X-68's bolt, and the valves. There's a slight difference where the 011 O-ring for your back cap, your pin, where it goes in, it seems like there's different tolerances in there, and that's really the primary reason I wanted to upgrade to the X-68 valve and bolt assembly was so that I could use a common, you know, and also hopefully prevent shooting my 011 out the barrel like I've been doing when I use the tuning ASAs with this. So the factory setup was always fine. That was not the concern. It's because most of the time I don't shoot the factory setup. I use a rear ASA by Home Defense, and I've had a lot of issues. I'm not the only one. I know some other guys that had issues too. And that is the reason why I wanted to have some increased reliability with those ASAs and with the IntruBuster Gen 2. So, and so far, time will tell for sure, but so far so good. Everything's working good. And, you know, if we get a little increase in power, I ain't gonna complain about that as long as we don't have a loss. And I don't see that happening here. So numbers will be updated. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, and there'll be more to come shortly. Peace out.